quickly move forward to market summary for the month ended January 2022. You really will see monthly analysis anywhere. What they do is to dish out the same information that the NGX releases to them. But here, we do far more than that. Now looking at the month of January, all the major indicators, the all-share index, the market capitalization, volume, deals, and value, they all ended positive. Malam, all indicators ended in the green. What a good beginning for the year. Yeah.
I hope the exchange continues this because it gives us promising. We have never experienced 161 billion turnover in a single month of January. Go and check the record for the last 5 years. Now, if this extends in the subsequent months, I can tell you exchange come for a new life. And now the CEO said that they are also working toward bringing technology. We have seen what Boaput did. So if they can bring more company into this, we want quality company that can test the time. And this is what they are working. I can assure you the exchange has the promising. And this is giving the investors that, look, relax. There is hope in this exchange and there is hope in the capital market.
Aruna, what are the possibilities in the month of February?
You know, unaudited financial statements have been released, and if you look at it, they were superlative performance, if you ask me. Though the price has reacted and they have declined a little bit, I think sitting down with the result and looking at those stocks that have set new 52-week high, though they have retracted from it, I think by taking position that will blow investors' mind. I'm looking at February, I will return as much as January did.
All right. Let's quickly again go to say the best. As a matter of fact, I chose to do about 20, so it's going to come in 2 slides. Apparently, we're not going to be able to touch on all of them. But from what I can see here, I could see in just 1 month, that is the month of January, equities returning 88% in just 1 month. Academy Press. Codville returned 50% in just 1 month. ETI returned 43.68%. And we even come to equities we've mentioned here in the course of this discussion. Transcorp, for example, 18.75% in just 1 month. I don't know how much rate the banks are offering you now, and I don't know how much you are getting in your real estate investment. I don't know how much you are getting. Surely with your cryptocurrency investment, but this is what the market has offered in the month of January. Etana and Tape, that is the Initiates PLC. You could see them returning 18.92%. The mayor that Malam even talked about returned 19.57%. We could see Wema Bank returning in excess of 21%. And equities like Fitsin, we've mentioned Fitsin so well on this platform, returning almost 24% in just 1 month. Malam, I will put one strange question to you. We have seen what January did. We've seen how well these equities performed. Please, in the name of Allah, how do I position myself for this kind of opportunities in February?
Well, I think the market, yes, shows is promising, but I want to remind you, one of the big players in the January is Boaput. Boaput gained more than 50%. Maybe because they were looking at December, they did not look at January.
January to January.
It was listed in January at 40 Naira, and today is trading above 60 Naira. That is more than 50% gain. And this is a big player. So to me, when you look at big player like Boaput, like Airtel, getting into this position, it shows you that there is more promising. What I will tell people, for now, if you are looking for dividend, please position yourself before the result is out. Because very soon we'll get some of the result of the banks who will declare dividend and pay their dividend within the next 3 months, by April. And don't forget, we have some banks that have a dividend yield of
let us
more
be
than
specific. Mention name, because we just want to give directive to
Yes,
people.
if we
Not
are
just
all,
say
we
bank,
are all
say so and
aware,
so
we
bank.
are all aware like that. Dennis, GT, Access Bank, UBA. These are the banks that give you double digit, and nobody can take it from them. We are also watching ETI. You know, ETI have not paid dividend for the last 2 to 3 years. Now, and they pay their dividend in dollars. And you know the devaluation of Naira. Even if ETI decided to give you 5 cents, what does 5 cents mean in Naira? It's a lot of money. So please, strategically take your position before these results are out, because when the party is over, it is over.
Aruna, what source can I consider?
I would say you have mentioned fits in, but I would say that there is Julius Berger there. I think they are actually up and coming. Guinness, only Guinness is not. Guinness just released their quarter 2, which means that we may not actually be expecting dividend from there. But that result I saw was, except for the fact that it was marked against the COVID year, it was a very good result.
Madam, let me ask you one question. How do I deploy release of reports, either quarterly reports or audited, to invest? When precisely do you think is the best time to invest? Is it at the release of the results or before the results are released?
Well, before the results are out is what we call guesswork, mere speculation. But immediately the result is out, the market doesn't react immediately. Take your position. We have some institutions that analyze this result within 2 hours after releasing. If you can get those kind of results and analyze them and take position, I think you'll be better off. But let me tell you, exchange has been a reform, and people have not. They are seeing the result. They don't know what bring us here. Go and check 3 to 4 years back. By the time the account ended December, will not get any result until April. Exchange say no.
Release your unaudited
If
financial
you
statement.
are going to give us audited financial statement on or before February, that is 2 months, then tell us what you have done in the last quarters. Otherwise, release your last quarter, meaning give us 12 years unaudited. And this is what we have seen. A lot of the results come unaudited and now give you sense and the direction and where you should go. And therefore, I still advise the investors, is this information, even though they are not audited, you can see where the rain will fall. So why don't you take position? And for those who prove perform poorly, get out before the party is over. We have seen some that even their performance for 12 months is worse than that of the 2020, despite COVID. 2021, there wasn't any much COVID compared to 2020.
Yeah.
How on earth a company performed poorly in 2021 compared to 2020? So when you see writing on the blackboard, don't wait for anybody to tell you read. Read it by yourself and get out.
Now, Aruna, do you really agree? Because technically speaking, I, as an analyst, would prefer that I'm able to do my due diligence before results are released, and I take my decision either to sell or buy more when results are released. The way I think is that is why in every market there is what is called earnings expectation. Institutions actually analyze looking at so many parameters to arrive at the possibilities in the earnings being expected in the market. When the results eventually are released, if the results are according to the expectation, they will say they meet market expectation. If they are better than market expectation, they will say they performed better, and they could also say they underperformed market expectation. How do you see investing before investing with the release of results? Which one is wiser?
If you ask me, I think let's take 2022 for example. What I would first of all do is to sit with 2021 audited result and look at the growth. I'm very concerned about the growth. You said you want to look at the management. If management is not good, they will not have the growth. Then by the time you have done that, you watch out for quarter 1. Q1 more so because it's the first result, the first 3 months of the year.
Of the
Then
new
you
year.
also look at because it's been benchmarked against last year. Then you also look at the growth. Sometimes you look at it just behove on you that look, these people are serious. Yes, they did 2 naira last quarter. They are now doing 6 naira. It means that the management of that company is serious. And you look at the indices. Top line, they grow top line. They were able to manage their middle line, and they grow bottom line. Then they begin to tell you that look, this stock is going somewhere. Then you go and look at their price. You know, sometimes when you look for any seed for Q1, it may actually not be there because you are just considering 1 quarter against a price of stock that would have gotten to where it is because of the 1 year of last year. So, but when you begin to look at the growth, and particularly about growth in turnover, growth in the middle line, growth in profit after tax, growth in any per share, and the P ratio is moderate. Then the any seed, then you cannot miss it because they have set that trajectory that by the time you see the Q2, you discover that there's a growth. But by the time you have taken position, I always want to wait for when the result is released. The only thing is that the moment the result is being, the first thing I go to is to look at the growth between the any per shares. By the time I discover that you made 2 naira last year, you are making 50 kobo this year, then I'll go and find out what actually happened. Is it because we were unable to manage your cost? Is it because there was an external, maybe a finance cost? Then if everything is in place, then that means that stock, I will stick with it.
All right, we go through those equities that are lost in the month of January, because again, the market, we always have the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's the way it works. You cannot say equities that gained 88% without saying equities that lost. Sunu Assurance led the market in losers with a loss of 33.33%. Then Sovereign Trust, Mutual Benefits, Regency Alliance, we come to University Price. The NEN, Cheap PLC, Prestige, you see UPDC, Real Estate Investment Trust, and then you come to WAPIC, which is Coronation. Mala, most of these losers, major losers, were insurance equity. Is this going to be their lot in 2022?
Well, I think I doubt why the insurance do what they presented, because most of those that lost in the prices, they lost in their performance. Where are they not getting it right? EP and the social medias, everybody know. A fellow wrote it that he did not did the third party insurance, and the camera captured his plate number. By the time he went for renewal his license, they accepted the money for renewal analysis and slashed it to 20,000 for delaying 2 months without doing the third party insurance. What it means that the camera now capture you and they will just penalize you and keep the record. By the time you go and pay this, they say pay this. So if we have gone this extent, why insurance are they not doing well? Because it shows that you cannot hide. Your record is stated there. Anybody that delay in this insurance, you are going to pay a fine. And the fine, 20,000, how much does it cost you to do third-party insurance? Less than 6,000. So for delay in 2 months, you pay a fine of 20,000. Does it make sense to delay?
And you will still have to do the third party.
You have to do it now,
So you
because
have to cover
at the camera keep on catching you, you know, bill, you are bill, and they say this is for the first time. So if you do it for the second time, what will be the
So why are they not making
So
money?
the question is that I begin to wonder what is wrong with the insurance.
Malam,
Because they
strength
are
of that,
getting so many. See, life insurance is very paramount to most of the company, because PENCOM will not issue you license.
Okay, on the strength of this,
Yes,
Malam,
yes.
should I stay with my insurance companies that are not doing well in performance?
I will
or
not
should
say
just
no.
shun them like
I will
Aruna?
not say no, but I think the NICOM, who is the supervisory body, they need to revisit the insurance company to find out if really the corporate governance
No,
in
Malam,
that
you are not
business is
answering
working.
my question. I'm not interested in what NICOM wants to do. I'm interested in
For
you.
me, when you see writing on the blackboard, read it. Don't wait for anybody to tell you that. Yes, we have seen that their performance is not very well, and they are even performing poor than 2020. It means that there is something wrong, and the earlier you get out of it and get where it's proper, the better for you.
I'm not going to ask Aruna any question because I know where he stands. He doesn't do insurance. We'll go on
No, I can talk small because what I wanted to say is that the market is very fair. If you do well, market will appreciate you. If you fail, the market will punish you. I think that is what we are saying.
We go on a short break. When we return, we are going to be talking a little bit. This is February. Saturday 19 is when we shall be converging together. And we're going to be sharing information. We're going to be sharing knowledge together. And then we are going to be putting our strategy together on how to mobilize for Association of Avid Shareholders. You've got to join. So immediately after this now, please begin to call and pre-register. I will be right back. Hello, I'm Abayomi Obabulujo. I'm coming to you this time around to formally invite you to be a member of Association of Avid Shareholders. In the past, I've been used and done. That is what I've seen. People who want to do private placement, they will call me, and then I will give them support. After they got the money, they become unreachable. Some of these companies, as we speak now, are being delisted from the floor of the NGX. It shouldn't be. You see, there's a limit to how far the Securities and Exchange Commission can do. There's a limit to what the NGX can do. They're just the regulators. They will not do beyond the dictate of their regulatory responsibilities. But you see, to make management of our quoted companies to sit tight is a responsibility that you and me as investors in the market will have to undertake. In 2008, when the market crashed, I know how much I lost. It almost ruined me. But thank God, I survived. Many people did not survive. But how many managers of quoted companies actually experienced such losses? They collect salary. They manage companies for 10 years without paying one single dividend. And yet, they pay themselves bonuses. They pay themselves salaries. What are you benefiting? So let us rise together and make sure that things are done properly, that things are done well, the way things should be done in this market. That is why in the month of February 19, 2022, we're going to be converging. The place we're going to be using really is not big enough, so you have to pre-register. Register first as a member of Association of Avid Shareholders, and then register to attend the event. As we gather together, as we embark on our mobilization, so we are also going to be previewing 2022 to tell you what stocks, what industries that you should invest, and then we tell you why. We tell you the qualities of equities you should invest in, and we also show you those you should not even bother to go near. These are the things we want to do, to share experiences, to share knowledge, to share information, to educate ourselves, so that we all can become informed investors, better investors, as we also stand to claim our right, to fight for our right, so that we can secure our future as we are investing today. That is my submission. I hope to see you. Thank you.